What up, YouTube? It's your boy Rzd Reacts, aka Jus Raised, and we are back with another Rage review. We just reacted to the anime episode. Now we're here to review it. JJK Season 3, Episode 7. Tokyo Colony 1.
Woke up this morning, feeling that shine. Whole team got the glow. You can see it in the stride. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. Some very interesting techniques were displayed. Some very interesting techniques were displayed as soon as they got into this colony. So we get the full scope of what actually happened at the end of Itadori and Hakari's fight. When the little host of the Culling Games, the little spirit thing, Kagone, I think that's his name. But the little spirit thing came down and let them know that Kashimo added a rule. So we got to see that. That was interesting. We see that they pretty much broke the news to Hakari and Kirara of everything that transpired from them meeting with Tengen to them meeting with Hakari. And this all took place a day before the Zenin clan assassination by Maki. Or the Zenin clan massacre by Maki. And so we see, of course, Megami let Hakari know that he's the head of the Zenin clan, so he can get whatever he needs. If he wants them to do like some type of transaction instead of him just helping for the sake of it. He finally comes to grips with the fact that Gojo's sealed away, and Panda lets everybody know that Principal Yaga has unfortunately been unalived. And that still sucks. I'm not gonna hold you. They hold Principal Yaga, and I don't like that. But Panda was just like, it's all right. And Yuji's like, nah, man, it ain't all right. Like that was your. He was like, hey, man, I included it in it. That's all right. I'm good, bro. Trust me. Shout out to Panda for being a real one. Shout out to Panda for being a real one. He a real G. Then we had pretty much Megami coming up with a dope idea and a dope plan to search for whoever had 100 points or more. They found out there's another person outside of Kashimo who had 100 points, and that was Higuruma or Higurama. Higurama or Higuruma? I think it's Higuruma. But anyway, or Haguruma. Hey, anyway, I forgot how to pronounce it. But they found out it was him. So now they're wanting to enter Tokyo Colony 1 so they can find Higuruma, and Hakari was going to go into Tokyo Colony 2 with Panda and try to find Angel. And so they made a plan. Megami came up with a great idea to put some rules in place if where it would allow people to remain in the Culling Games without killing, where they would be able to exchange points with one another, where you could use your points to actually leave the Culling Game. Like, he had some good ideas. You know, I don't know if all of them gonna work, but he had some good ideas. So we can't be mad at the effort. So they end up going to the colony. They go to the barrier. Hakari made a wise assumption. He said, I would assume, because we haven't heard anything from Yuta, that you can't use cell phones in the barrier. And when Yuji and Megami enter the barrier, there's a rule that wasn't addressed in the whole listing of the rules of the Culling Games, where as soon as you enter a barrier, it disperses you randomly into 9 different locations within that barrier. And so immediately Yuji and Megami get separated. Yuji's falling from the air. Megami, we see him confronted by a young lady who was trying to take him out. He ends up pretty much blocking her attempt and stopping her. And we see Yuji get confronted mid-fall by a lady with a very interesting technique. She has like a jet. Her hair can turn into a jet, so now she can fly. And we see one of the people that she's working with actually recognizes Yuji. She knocks Yuji into a building that's an unfinished constructed building, like a skyscraper. and Yuji knocks her out the air. Her boyfriend pulls up. He can turn his hair into a helicopter propeller, which is hilarious. So he's trying to beat up Yuji because he's mad that Yuji knocked this girl out the air. And so Yuji's taking account of all this. He's like, all right, well, when she hit me, she seemed sturdy, but I knocked her out the air very easily. So what's going on with that? I don't know. So let me try to figure it out. Buddy got the helicopter propellers. He's doing what he wants to with me outside. So let me take this fight indoors. And he just makes very quick work of Buddy. I ain't gonna hold you. Very quick work of Buddy. Buddy pulled into the building with larger propellers, going crazy. Yuji said, all right, I know Shorty was sturdy, but at the end of the day, this still they head. So if I hit him hard enough, I should be able to crack that open. Punches Buddy in the skull. Looks like he hurt his hand. Looked like he broke his hand, but he ended up not. And Buddy was like, "Ha! You broke your hand. Now you got to deal with me, and I can still fight." Yuji proceeds to then punt for a 100-yarder. Punt his sacred family jewels inside himself. And Buddy pretty much passed out after that. And the whole time Yuji's like, hey man, I'm looking for Higuruma. Like, I need you to wake up. I'm looking for Higuruma. And you're asleep. I need to know where this guy is. And the guy that was working with them, who noticed Yuji, ends up coming up behind Yuji and letting him know, like, hey, my name's Amai. I remember you from your hometown, and I know where Higuruma is. Cut to Megumi. The girl that tried to take him out was like, oh, I know where Higuruma is as well. And it's just like, alright. And so they're leading them down these different paths, neither one are aware of the other. And by the time we get to the end of the episode, we see that both of them give different locations for Higuruma. So I don't know if they're working with Higuruma or if they just are both lying. Or if one's trustworthy or the other one's not. I don't trust either one of them. I ain't gonna hold you. I'd be ready to scrap either one of them because I don't trust you. And the one thing I did like is Megumi was like, look, man, I ain't like Yuji. I'm willing to scrap for my 100 points. I'm willing to earn my 100 points the way we supposed to. Like, I'll take some people out if necessary. I know Yuji want to be the pacifist. He don't want to end nobody's life. He don't want to do all that. That ain't me though. That ain't my testimony. I'm willing to get that 100 points, and I'll stand on that. I was just like, okay, Megumi, okay, because I ain't gonna hold you, Megumi. Sometimes he can be reckless and be going all out and be ready for whatever, and then other times it just be like, bro, why you here if you just gonna be scary? Like, why you here if you just gonna be scary? So shout out to Megumi, man. He really has been maturing in this season, and I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this story gonna go. I feel like both of them lying. That's just my first synopsis and thought. I feel like both of them lying. I don't trust either one of them. But let me know in the comments below who you would trust. Would you trust the girl? Or would you trust the guy? And how'd you feel about this last episode? Let me know in the comments below. For me, my favorite part is probably seeing Yuji scrap with the two people with the hair techniques. That was funny. It was a good laugh. And Panda's dialogue with Yuji really warmed my heart. The dialogue this episode kind of warmed my heart just to see the maturity level of the group going into the Culling Games, because the Culling Games are very, very serious. And to see them like approach it that way and really have like real intense plans and making moves, I thought was really dope. Also, we see Kinjaku pretty much leading people out of the Culling Game. He said he was going to give everybody one opportunity who was already in the area when the Culling Game started to leave the barrier area. There we go. I don't know why I was struggling with that, but to leave the barrier area. He gives them one opportunity. If they want to leave, take his hand, they'll wake up outside the barrier. And we see as he's walking the people to the destination, we see that their city is just like full of curse techniques and full of just curses, not curse techniques, but full of curses just roaming around the city, and it's just like, yo, this is crazy. And as soon as he lets go of their hand, they wake up on the other side of the barrier. And the one person we see him escort is somebody from episode 1 of JJK, who was a part of the occult club that Yuji joined, that started this whole process. And he told her, "Thank you for being friends with my son." First of all, ill. Second of all, the fact that Kenjaku orchestrated all of this, the Culling Games, all of this, Yuji whole birth and identity, because his mom had the same stitching that Geto had. So I'm assuming his Kenjaku going, whatever technique he has, he went from person to person because he's been alive for over 1,000 years. So it's like, man, the fact that the fact that he even did that, and Yuji's dad had Yuji through Kenjaku, like, ill. But the fact that he even took the time to tell old girl thank you for being friends with his son, I was just like, ill, but respect. And the fact that he honored his word and was just like, you know what, I'm gonna allow these people to leave, but you only get one opportunity. So if you take this opportunity, I'm gonna let you go. If you don't, you're gonna be a player in the game. So you're gonna have to get it how you get it. You're gonna have to get it off the glass. So I appreciate that he kept his word with that. Respect on that note. Still crazy. Kenjaku, you still crazy. And this whole situation is still wild. However, respect. You did give people an opportunity to leave. It's always new one. But anyway, it's either here or there. I'll probably give that particular episode 8.5 for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fun. A lot of things were happening. A lot of information was given, so I appreciate that. Always a big fan of dialogue heavy episodes. I don't need necessarily fights every episode, but when you give me fights, make them mean something. And the episodes that you're not giving me fights, give me good story. And I feel like they did that in this particular episode. So shout out to JJK. They've been killing it with season 3. Let me know in the comments below how much you would rate this episode and what was your favorite part, and how you feel about the whole Kenjaku being inside Yuji mama, or however that worked. Anyway, it's weird, but let me know in the comments below how you felt about it. Who would you trust, the boy or the girl? Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell. Never forget it's FreeSoul to the Soul Free. Let's get it.